My microphone. Is it working? Okay. Is my microphone working? Is working. Yeah, it is. How about God?
It's God voice. Yes. Yeah. Yep. God voice is working. Yay. Good time. Okay.
So, oh, haha. So, welcome everybody to the most offensive church this side of the YouTuberverse, the party pin. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said. Because he did not fucking say that. Fight me, didn't say that. But we're gonna find out what he did say because we're really smart and we want to know things. So we're gonna know that. The other thing. What was the other thing? That was it. We are on Genesis. Uh, Hold on, I'll tell you. We are on Genesis 9. The flood happened. Yeah, so we are at the end of the flood. Okay. And Noah did some fucked up shit. So let's see if we can get this right here. Yeah, we're doing things. Yeah, we are doing things. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Okay. See, we're getting everybody involved. So, we are at the end of the flood. Oh, yeah, let me tell you what Noah did. Okay. Noah sent out some birds, and only one bird came back. And it came back with a little tree thing, like a branch, a small branch. I don't know. But that was supposed to mean that the water was off the land. So then Noah, knowing that the water had receded, decided to wait another 7 days. So he kept his family and all these animals trapped in this boat for an extra 7 days. I thought Road Dog was here. Yeah, Road Dog was here. Why did it not show up? Hold on. Let me do things. Okay. So I'm going to pop this out. Yeah, I see you. Okay. Okay. So let's do some things like share my screen. Wrong thing. Okay. I know what's happening. Yes. I know exactly what's happening. No. There. There. Now I see you. Okay. So, anyway, Noah kept them trapped on this boat an extra 7 days. And then they get off the boat. Okay. And Noah immediately begins to sacrifice every kind of animal because, again, there's no sacrifice rules. And I'm not exactly sure why somebody. Hi. I don't know if I can see you or not. I don't even know if you're here. But hi. Because I couldn't see the name. Okay. There you go. Now we know what's happening. Okay. So Noah begins sacrificing all kinds of sacrifice things because there are no sacrifice rules. And I'm not exactly sure why he would sacrifice animals because, again, there's no sacrificing rules. So I'm not exactly sure what kind of process he was going by. I don't exactly know. But that's where we left off and where we will be picking up. So if that sounds totally interesting to you or totally insane, don't worry. Come this way. I have everything you need to make sense out of the nothing that is happening. So come this way. I have cannabis. I have cigarettes. I have coffee. I have a chair with your name on it. I have cat beds and canine space. So bring your animals with good time. Yeah. And also, I got a giant backyard, but please don't let your dogs eat my raccoons because I'd be really sad. That's the only thing I got to say about that. So, we are on chapter 9 of Genesis. And it said, so God blessed Noah and his sons and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the air, on all that moves on the earth. Look, look, all this shit you're gonna rule, and it's gonna be a whole thing, right? Actually, all that was supposed to be in God voice. I don't know why, for some reason, I'm just like forgetting God voice, but God voice is life. So I'm about to reread all of that whole one sentence in God voice because God voice. So, hi, Sheriff Hector. Thank you for always liking my stuff. I wish you would come into my chat though. It would be cool if he came in here. But again, I can understand people not wanting to be affiliated with my channel. It's like that on YouTube also. Huh. A lot of people watch me in secret. I'm a guilty pleasure. So anyway, we're going back to God voice. Noah. Wait, what? What is happening?
Noah. Noah. Ha ha. Hi, it's me, God, and God voice. I noticed that you was sacrificing all this meat, and I was so happy about it because it smells like the best barbecue. Oh man. And you got everything cooking. You got chicken legs. Well, I guess at this point they would be Tyrannosaurus Rexes still. So you got some T-Rex legs. Oh, wait, no. This is all the animals from your ark. Okay, so maybe it is chicken legs. I don't know what's happening, but if I did know what's happening, it smells like barbecue. Like my mouth is salivating. Yeah. Did you make pulled pork? Is that pulled pork? Oh my God. I'm blessing you guys right now. Oh my me. You made pulled pork. It's now pork. What is it? Beef? Oh God. Yeah. Did you use a brisket? Oh, did you slow cook it and it's on fat? Oh yeah. I love fat. Man. Yeah, it's good time. Anyway, thank you for making me all this food. I appreciate it. So, in return, I'm going to bless the shit out of y'all because food, yeah, is good time. So, anyway, I'm going to need you. Yeah, you. I'm going to need you guys to be fruitful and multiply and make sure all your descendants know how to cook what you just made right there because that is heavenly. Oh, God, make sure you teach them how to cook like that. If my future sacrifices are like that, oh, yeah, I'm going to make sure. Write down the directions to that because that's going to be what it is. Yeah. Hi, Sheriff Hector. I hope you're here. Yeah. Because it's me, God and God voice. And I want to say hi. Anyway, Noah, write down all the directions to that because I want to eat that for the rest of my life. Oh, it's so good. I swear on me, it is so good. Listen, look. So I'm going to give you this blessing. Be, be, be fruitful, multiply, and teach your people how to make what you just made. And yeah, it'll be all good. Yeah. Oh, I swear, man, if you make that, look, I'm going to get off it. I'm going to get off it, but just know it affected me. So I need to know how you made that. Yeah. Tell it to one of my people. They'll write it down. The guy in linen. We'll learn about him later, but make sure he writes down those directions. Oh my God. Anyway, all these animals are going to be scared of you. Okay. Yeah. Even the Tyrannosaurus Rex, who is a chicken ancestor, supposedly. Can't prove it. Yes, I can. Science said it. It was a big chicken. It could almost fly, except for no, it couldn't. Yeah. Could you imagine having wings that, well, you know, it probably did not have wings, but the chicken has wings. How is the Tyrannosaurus Rex a chicken? Nobody even knows what happened. No one knows. Okay. Every living, every, every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all things, even as the green herbs, but you shall not eat flesh with its life. That is its blood. Yeah, you can't eat blood because your descendants are going to have a real hard time not drinking blood of baby penis. It's going to be a thing that they do, and it's going to be gross. And I just want to tell you right now, if you do that, you're going to hell. Just if any blood touches you at all, you're going to hell. Look, it's a thing, and I write it all through this book. My unofficial biography got that part right, for sure. Yeah, I am totally against the blood thing. That's like a God the first thing. That's not a me thing. Anyway, don't eat the blood because that's life. Surely, for your lifeblood, I will demand a reckoning from the hand of every beast. I will require it. And from the from the hand of man, from the hand of every man's brother, I will require the life of the man. This right here is how you know. When in Exodus, they say I made sanctuary cities for murderers. This how you know I didn't do that. Because it was literally the first rule. Like, don't fuck around with that shit. There is no sanctuary city. That is some Democrat ass bullshit that they made up that they say that I said when clearly I said if you kill someone, you're gonna die. Period. Like, don't murder. If you murder, you die. Period. Full stop. End of story. Now I'm gonna drink my coffee. I need to say that because Noah, your descendants are some assholes. I know I'm telling you the future, but don't worry, you're gonna die soon anyway. He's not really telling Noah that stuff. I'm not really telling Noah. I'm telling you, the viewer, I'm foreshadowing. So you have something to look forward to because I'm a good foreshadower. But if I don't tell you now, I won't remember then. And you won't remember then either that I just told you just now. So I don't even know why I did that. I'm just wasting airspace, you know, because reasons, I do things. No one knows. But, but I told you. Okay. Brother. Okay. Whoever sheds man's blood by man, whoever sheds man's blood by man, his blood shall be shed. Wait, what? Where am I at? Okay. Where am I at? Where am I at? What is happening? Every and whoever sheds, okay, by his blood shall be shed. For in the image of God I made man. And as for you, be fruitful and make lots of babies. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply in it. Time out. Time out. Hi, A from PA. Love you. Hi. Look, but I gotta say, time out. Time out. Time out. Look, look. The first Adam and Eve I made in my image, right? But then nobody knows what happened to them because then I made another Adam and Eve and I made them out of dirt and ribs. Yeah, that was a thing that I did. And I only made the first Adam and Eve in my image. And they were like meta beings. I'm assuming that's what they were, because me, God, right now in God voice, I'm kind of like a meta being. You know, you can kind of see, well, no, you can't really see through me because I'm like the color of a solid cloud. We learn about that. I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now, and I'm kind of a solid cloud, but I have a six pack, and I'm definitely not a cow. But, 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 the first Adam and Eve were made in my image, me, God, right now, in God voice. The second Adam and Eve was made out of dirt and ribs. So I'm not exactly sure. But I also said the blood is the life. So then maybe I look like just a walking, well, I just like look like an inside out body. But you can tell I have abs and I'm not a cow. I just, that's going to come in later. Foreshadowing. Yeah, just that's going to come up and you're like, whoa, she said that. But really, I'm a he, me, God, right now in God voice. I'm a God. So you're like, whoa, God told me that already. It's going to be a thing. I don't know. I don't know what I look like, but I'm pretty sure I'm a solid cloud. I'm pretty sure that we established that later. I'm a solid cloud, and I'm kind of made of fog. Yeah, so I don't know how it would make you in my image. How do I see myself? I see myself looking like you, or at least I think that's what I look like. I have self esteem, damn it. I look like men. Yeah, men were made to look like me. They're solid clouds made of skin suits. I don't know. I'm just assuming. So, dudes, I need you to listen. As for me, God, right now in God voice, what am I doing? Oh, I'm going to establish my covenant with you and with your descendants after you. And I already told you about them. Man, they're going to have it rough. Well, I'm going to have it rough. Feel bad for me, damn it. These people are going to be so terrible to me. But, but, don't worry about it because it'll be fine. Yeah. Stupid. And with every living creature that is with you, all of the animals, everything that was in your floating skyscraper, I establish my covenant and I will never drown you guys again. Like the whole rain thing, yeah, that was like a once in a lifetime thing. Next time, the sun's gonna explode. Nobody's even gonna expect it. Really, what's gonna happen is they're gonna get sucked into that black hole that holds your universe together and keeps them rotating because that's what black holes do. And they're gonna get sucked into it, and it's gonna be like the sun explode because the sun's just gonna disappear because they're going to be sucked in the black hole. It's going to be a thing that happens, because that black hole is like, it's like coming, like the toilet bowl, everything just kind of down the drain. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. And then they're going to blame climate change. It's going to be a thing, dude. It's going to be hilarious because so many people are going to fall for it. But really, it's a black hole. But whatever. We're going to act like that's not happening. Yeah, it's a thing. But anyway, back to my story, my unofficial biography. I'm gonna tell you what it said. Uh, yeah. So I'm never gonna do the water thing again. But I'm gonna make a rainbow, and it's gonna be the sign from me to you that the rain is gonna end, even though, you know, well, actually, I don't even know how rainbows work, but I'm gonna assume that you're gonna understand that it means the rain is gonna stop eventually before 40 days. But, you know, every once in a while, places need floods to get themselves back in order. So it might happen, but never for 40 days. It'd be crazy. Okay. Um, okay. And it'll be. But this rainbow, it shall be when I bring a cloud over the earth and it rains, a rainbow shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant with you, and me and you, and all the things. The waters shall never again become a flood, except for sometimes, and this can be a very specific times for very specific reasons that people don't understand. But every once in a while, they need to be cleaned out. But really, it won't even be my fault. It'll be bad maintenance. So the state can get federal funding money because natural act of God, even though it's us that didn't keep up maintenance on things holding back these pounds of fucking water. It's gonna be crazy. And then everybody's gonna like look past that and blame it on God because heaven forbid people actually be responsible for their own actions or whatever. We're just not even going to say anything about that. Whatever. So,
Now, now, the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. And these three were the sons of Noah. And from these, the whole earth was populated. And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, and it was laid on both their shoulders, and they walked backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. Okay, so with this right here, my mom said Ham castrated, uh, was it Ham? Sham? No, it was Ham. Castrated Noah. But me and my way of thinking, and I didn't read this in any other book. I did not read this far in the Ethiopian Bible, so I don't know what happened or what they say happened. But my mom said Ham castrated Noah. Okay. I don't know that to be true. I don't know that to be untrue. But what I thought it was Noah. was doing very inappropriate things to his sons. And Ham was the only brave one that told his brothers, like, Dad's doing this terrible shit to me, and I cut off his pecker. So then they just went and covered it up, like, oh my God. Now, this next part says Noah woke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done to him. So again, what happened? But judging by the way this was written, Noah was doing something inappropriate to Noah was doing something inappropriate to his child, and his child fought back and told his older brothers. And his older brothers were like, oh shit. So then Noah woke up and noticed that Ham wasn't there anymore. And then Noah got all paranoid and scared because people know what he's been doing to his son. That's speculation on my part. That's niculation. I don't know it to be true. I don't know it to be false. I'm inferring on the way it was written because, again, these people don't like to be seen as terrible, even though no matter what way they wrote this, it was going to be terrible. And if Noah did get castrated by his younger son, why? Because Noah was doing something inappropriate to his child. That that's what I'm saying. So now we're getting to Noah finding out what happened. Now a lot of people say Noah turned Ham's people black. I don't know where the fuck they get that from. Maybe because he said they're going to be servants. So that automatically means that they're black or something, which is pretty fucking racist. And anybody who thinks that has a really fucking internal problem because I did not take that this that way at all. But the Bible changes every time you read it, so I don't know because it could be different. But I've read this a lot of times, and I have never read that he and Noah didn't even have the power to turn people black. What how all of a sudden did he get that power? Because he doesn't have that power. But okay. So we're going to read this curse. Okay. So he says, cursed be Canaan. Okay. I don't know why it would be cursed be Canaan because he molested Ham. And Canaan is Ham's child. Oh, I get it. I think I get it now. He was doing something to Canaan or Canaan. He was doing something to him, and Ham caught him and cut his dick off. That's why he's cursing Canaan, because he doesn't realize it's Ham yet. Okay, that makes this part make a lot more sense. But again, maybe it only makes sense to me. But again, I'm a former criminal. And if I was a criminal doing those kind of things, uh, that's exactly how I would do it. I would accidentally tell myself by cursing the wrong person. Okay. So cursed is Canaan, a servant of servants. He shall be to his brethren. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan be his servant. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So Noah lived 950 years and he died. Okay. So that is the end of chapter 9. So who's still here? A from PA, you still here? Rhodeswig, you still here? Because we can smoke a joint real quick. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. I don't know what's happening. Hi, Sheriff Hector. I was wondering if you were going to ever come chat with me. And I mean, you can chat with me for a second. We are in between chapters. And I was going to smoke this cigarette and hit this bowl real quick and finish this coffee. Did you want to say anything? What do you think about this story? How about that? What do you think about this story? It's crazy, isn't it? Man, I don't know. But you're a sheriff. What do you think about what's going on with Noah and his kid right now, or his grandkid? Or how it's really like his younger son did it to him, but he's cursing his grandkid. Kind of weird. Cheers indeed. Oh, look, I got one of those Gandalf pipes. Well, it's like a mini one. It's like a really small version of a Gandalf pipe. It's so cool. Hold on, let me mute my microphone so I don't like choke in your ear. Okay, hold on. I'm not a sheriff, and my name isn't Hector, but you can call me Sheriff Hector. Well, what kind of animal do you want to be? Because we have a General Piggy. We also have a Muddy Duck. We have a dog with a lisp and a dog with a hair lip. We have a goat. Severe's a dragon. I'm a sheep. So, oh, and I think we also have a snake because snakes are allowed. They are an animal. Hey, how are you, Mr. Jewman? You came just in time. We're in between chapters. And you should go on Replay Crew and watch the beginning of this. But if you watch if you watch it on Replay Crew, watch it at 10 times speed. Two times speed. Because for some reason after live streams, my voice slows down. It's really weird. So, like, watch it on two times speed, 1.25 speed. Just watch it a lot faster because apparently I talk slow in real life. I'm not really the guy. Scout. Man, you guys are so cool because I really am a sage. I never thought of calling myself something different. Well, I call myself Bible lady, and I'm not very much of a Bible or a lady. I should just call myself Bible dude. But yeah, but I'm not a dude. I am a girl. Fuck it. I'm just sticking with a lady. So, I guess while we're in between chapters and you guys are new here, what do you guys think about the Bible? Like, what do you guys know about the Bible and what are you expecting to learn here? Because I'm not a very good teacher. I'm a better reader. I read the Bible, make it entertaining. But what do you guys know about the Bible? Any immediate thoughts? I know. Uh, any more thoughts on how we can just say things out of the blue? Just random things. That's what I do. I just find a situation and I'm like, that's by design and here's why. And then they're like, what? And then next thing you know, they're telling you 6 months later how it's like that. It happens all the time around here. And then I have to be like, dude, I told you that 6 months ago. And then they get real mad at you because you told them about that 6 months ago. Real life. And that happens all the time. I've never been into the Bible, never made you kind of cut. That was the whole point of me reading the Bible in the first place. Was because everybody was making up what shit means. And it's like, that's not what that fucking means at all. So then God told me to start reading the Bible out loud on camera. And I promised them I would. And I've been reading it for the past 8 years on Rumble mostly and BitChute. But I've started to get more serious and try to branch out to other books, but I know the Old Testament and people need to know the Old Testament and I'm really good at it. So I hope you enjoy it because I have such a great time. I do. I love this so much. Specifically talking about uh oh, I don't get into any of that shit. Again, it's like if you go back to the beginning of this video, I talk all about some shit that has nothing to do with nothing. About the earth spinning into a black hole. It's not climate change. We're just getting closer to the black hole and we're being sucked further into it. But again, I just say weird shit like that in the middle of stuff. And the fun thing is I did in God voice. Some people are gonna be like, "What the fuck? Black hole? What is she talking about?" And then they'll remember there's a black hole in the center of our universe rotating us. Where's it rotating us to? Closer to it, like a toilet bowl. The water's draining, and the earth is draining into the abyss. That the universe isn't expanding. We're moving closer to something. But again, that's just me. That's just what I think based on the few things that I know. That's Occam's razor was the simplest answer. We're being sucked into a black hole. Uh, Look, did you know the Judeo Bible was actually put together by the Jew Church, the Catholic Church, and then the King? And I've read, no, I'm lying to you. I've tried to read the Apocrypha, the books kept out of the Bible. I just recently tried to read the Ethiopian Bible. I made it through 5 pages before that shit didn't make no fucking sense. The Bible tells mostly a conducive, full story that you don't have to make mental gymnastics to believe the things that are happening in it. So I believe the Old Testament because it makes sense to me. I've tried to read these other books and they make no fucking sense at all. The Ethiopian Bible starts at, first off, it starts with a witness statement. Every bad thing God's ever done to them was written. First page of this book. Second page, it begins with Exodus. And then 3 pages, it finally gets to Genesis. And then it doesn't really even say anything about Genesis. It starts talking about Jacob and Abraham. And it's like, I'm fucking done with this book. And then it starts talking about how they were people before Adam and Eve. And then they made a temple. And then they kicked Eve out of the church for 8 months because she had Cain. This bullshit. And I couldn't get through it. And then I tried to read the book of Enoch. That also doesn't make no fucking sense. It's talking about before flood, but it's written in the language of Exodus. Talking about they knew the commandments before there was ever fucking commandments. Bullshit ass book. And I did try to read it a couple days ago. As a matter of fact, I made a video of how I couldn't read it anymore. It's very hard for me to get through. My comfort zone is the Old Testament because it makes more sense to me. And if that is a problem for you, I apologize that it's a problem for you, but it's not a problem for me. And you can still stay for my storytelling. Yes, exactly, Mr. Sheriff Hector. Yes. Yes. Skeletor is really hard to get through. And I based it on my knowledge of true crime because I watch a lot of fucking true crime and I watch a lot of trials. I also watch a lot of wrestling, but I I know how the cops work. They want you to slip up on your details. Like it's the details of your story that matter. And if the details of your story don't make sense, you are not telling the truth. And the details of these stories do not make sense. so they're not telling the truth. It was as simple as that for me. Just because, again, I'm a former criminal and have a criminal brain that does good things. And I said at one of the times reading the Ethiopian Bible, I don't blame King James for keeping it out of the Bible because it doesn't fit. It's just, and again, the things that don't fit are usually a good thing to go by, but it don't fit because it doesn't make sense. So I would have ejected it from the Bible as well. I wouldn't have kept it in there. Oh, you've been to jail too? Yeah, I spent a lot of time in prison. Yeah, it's probably not something I should be proud of, but you know what? I survived prison. I didn't even care. It wasn't until after prison. Because, the streets, they always get you. Once you're out of the streets, you got to pay at least one price for being on the streets and being fine. The streets come back. They get you that last time. Yeah, I found Christ in jail. I did not. Nope. I you know what? I didn't find Christ until the first time I read the Old Testament 8 years ago. I didn't believe in Christ. I didn't think God had the personality that he would let someone take his name. But then I learned how fucking evil these people are and how many times God has made a sacrifice out of one of his best friends for these people. He sacrifices Moses, Aaron, uh, and there's a couple other uh, that decide they'll take on the punishment of these people, and God gets rid of. Oh, Eli, uh, Elijah, not Eli, Elijah. Elijah does. But I don't remember all their names, but it does come in here that sometimes God does sacrifice people, his best friends. He picks people to do these tasks for him because just because. I don't know. I haven't really, because he gets really mad at these people. And then for some reason, somebody swoops in and is like, well, just save the people, put it all on me. And then God does that. I don't know. I don't remember what I was talking about. But I do know we are on chapter 10. Oh, we're almost at an hour. I've been doing this like one chapter at a time. And this book is so long. This will take like 50 days. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do this right now. Okay. Now, this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, and Japheth, and sons were born to them. No, no, I'm sorry, not reading it. It's not happening. Nope, nope. If Okay. So, all of chapter 10 is a bunch of fucking names. And I'm not reading them. Oh, yeah, I'm not fucking reading all this shit. Okay. So then we'll go to chapter 11. Okay. So here we go. Now, the whole earth had one language and one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said to one another, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They had brick for stone, they had asphalt for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build for ourselves a city and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth." What? Yeah, but why would they say that though? See, this is one of those things that's why would they say that? Like, that's not a thing that was going to happen. So, again, think of the worst thing and make a law against it. That's what these people are good at. Thinking of the worst thing and making a law against it. Really weird. So, okay. But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of men had built. And the Lord said, again, this is another time that God's about to call himself too. We will learn God has, well, the same emotions as humans do, but he's jealous the most. So, this is when he's going to call himself too. So, I'm believing God has two very strong personalities: jealous God and chill God, like the lazy God, kind of, that has to do something and gets mad about it. Yeah. But mostly he's ran by his jealous side, I guess, would be the stronger of the personalities because that's when it takes over most. Supposedly, in my opinion. That's all I'm going to say. And give me 1 second and I will answer that. But we'll get over this real quick. Okay. And the Lord came down, which his sons had built. And he was like,
What did I say? I'm saying things. Um, Indeed, the people are one. Yeah. And they all have one language. And this is what they do now. Nothing that they pur- propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down there. I thought you were already down here. Where are we in life? No one knows. Okay, we're just on the steps. We're on the steps of heaven. Okay, so we're going to go down there confuse their language, that they don't understand one another's speech for a long time. And then they're going to make an app for that. It's going to be a thing. Okay. So, okay. Wait. Hey.
Wait. Okay. So the Lord scattered them abroad. So he scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. Therefore, its name was called Babel. And this is another thing that made the Ethiopian really hard to get through, because it said Babel was a place before it was ever even a place. And it's like, I don't know about this thing. So that was another scratch on that. Because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of the earth. This is the genealogy of Shem. No, no, no. So, we're stopping this at chapter 10. And okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. So, okay. So it seems like, um, okay. So, anyways, Abraham, he was born to a guy called Terah, and he was 7 years old when he begot Abe, Nahor, and Haran. Okay. And Haran begat Lot. And Haran, and this is, we're picking up at chapter 20 or verse 26 of chapter 11. We're going to finish this out real quick. So, Terah had Abe, and Haran had Lot. And okay. And Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in because they're Chaldeans. Then Abe and Nahor took wives. The name of Abe's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah, the daughter of Haran. So this is brother's daughter. Okay, got it. The father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren, and she had no child. And Terah took his son Abe and Lot, and Sarai, and they went out from to go to the land of Canaan. And they came, so they came to a city called Haran and Canaan, and they dwelt there. All the days of Terah were 205. And Terah died in Haran. And then we're going on to chapter 12. So, hold on. Genesis has a lot of information. And to me, the most exciting part of the Old Testament. Just wait till we get to Exodus. Just wait. That is a fun story. God has so many issues in that story. Man, and they don't make God-sized Prozac. He has so much ADHD. It's crazy. Yeah. Just wait. Wait, because he's about to get kicked out of his dad's house in heaven. God the first is about to kick him out to go live in the desert for over flooding his bathtub and ruining his house because he forgot about his risk board in the bathtub with his giant floating skyscraper. Yeah, it's a thing. But right now, he's just playing with his risk pieces. I don't know. I'm just making that shit up as we go along because, well, we got to tell a story somehow. So I should ask, um, what brought you to my channel? What brought you guys to my channel? Because I guess we're going to have to stop right there on chapter 12. We could have a conversation for a minute. Then I got to go to bed. I go see a neurologist and uh, at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, I get to go see the head neurologist, the brain surgery guy, because I already had brain surgery twice. So hopefully I don't have to have brain surgery again, but wouldn't it be fucking cool if I did? No. But it doesn't hurt. Brain surgery doesn't hurt. And they take them staples out real fast. Yeah. But you know what? Brain surgery hurts after the fact because people forget you're injured. Yeah, it's a whole thing that happened. I don't know. Oh, 7. It, is somebody else here? Maybe I should look at things. Damn. Hmm. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to ask. I don't know. I guess we can go to bed. Yeah, because I do got to go to the neurologist tomorrow. I should probably be going to bed. But I want to smoke this cigarette first and finish drinking this coffee. So, what's on everybody's mind? Let me check something. Okay. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. Okay. So, now I guess it's time to give the pillows some head. Put some lipstick on. Put a ring on it. Get all over your face. And then give your sheets the best ass on the entire planet. And then have a post-coital cigarette, smoke a bowl, and then have the sweetest dreams ever. Good night, I think. Okay, maybe not. Boo. I don't know. Something's happening. Okay, good night.